Hi to all. Today my topic is sushi and Dubai Municipality guidelines. In this presentation, I'm going to tell you what are the different types of sushi and how much calorie is present in each roll of sushi. What are the different hazards and what are the control measures to prevent the contamination which is happening during the sushi preparation. And finally, what are the documents required to keep to show the due diligence. Okay. In this presentation, you can see different types of sushi. One is called nigiri. It is just rice, pressed rice, and the top there will be salmon or tuna slices. Second one is called maki. Maki is the very common sushi, which is a rolled sushi on the seaweed or the nori. The rice will be placed and it will be rolled. It's a very common sushi. That's called maki. Third one is uramaki. Uramaki is the inside out. You can see in the picture as well. The seaweed and or the nori sheet and the items will be in the middle and the rice will be outside. That is called uramaki. Temaki is another roll where it's a different shape is there. That's cone shape. You can see in the picture as well. And sashimi is the normal cuts of salmon or tuna which we are using for sushi, cut and just plate it and give to customer. Okay, it's a raw fish ready to eat. That is called sashimi. Okay, in this presentation you can see different menu items. One is salmon nigiri. Nigiri, it's a pressed rice on the top. There will be salmon. Then it's called salmon nigiri. If tuna is used, it's called tuna nigiri. And if you make little bit spicy tuna, and if you make a roll that's maki, then it is called spicy tuna roll. If salmon and avocado both are mixed, and you can see in the picture, it's inside out. It's uramaki. It can be made in the maki form as well as in the uramaki form. Sashimi platter means the slices of tuna as well as salmon, everything cut into small slices and then plated and give to customer. That is called the sashimi platter. Okay. In the previous slide, we discussed about menu items of sushi, but all the items there are not cooked. But all the items which you can see in this slide is cooked items. Tempura shrimp roll, it's a type of Japanese style of cooking, which is a deep fried item. There is a special batter for deep fry. Second, teriyaki, it's a type of sauce is used for making the cooking. And third one is crab steak. It's very popular in the California. It's why crab steak California roll it is called. Then comes the eel roll and the crispy prawn ramaki. So these are all cooked items which is used for making the sushi. Here you can see the nutritional value of one piece of nigiri. It is around 60 to 70 kilocalories and the protein is around 4 to 5 gram, carbohydrate is 7 to 8 gram and fat is around 2 to 3 gram. This is for one piece of nigiri sushi. Okay. When you look into the main ingredients of sushi, it contains a rice, which is very common and the main source of carbohydrate. And second important item is fish, which is an important source of protein. Along with the sushi, normally the soya sauce will be provided, which is a source of sodium. Better to reduce the amount of usage of soya sauce. It will help to reduce the calories. Then if you use a tempura type of items in your sushi, try to reduce this because it will increase the calories. Always the portion control is very important when you take sushi because if the portion increases, calories also will get increased. Okay. In any food item, there will be three main hazards. One is biological hazard, second one is chemical, and third one is physical. In sushi also, these three hazards are present. Biological hazard, which is basically the bacterial contamination, the common bacteria, Salmonella, Listeria, Vibrio. Along with that, one more item is called parasites present in the body of fishes. So the most common parasite is called anisakis, and the disease caused by anisakis is called anisakiasis. The common symptom of anisakiasis is vomiting, nausea, fever, abdominal pain, same like any other food poisoning or foodborne illness symptoms. Second one is chemical contamination. The most common contamination, chemical contamination is histamine poisoning, or it is called scombroid fish poisoning. This poisoning is very common in tuna, mackerel, and that is why we call this scombroid fish poisoning. It belongs to the species or the genus Scombridae. And here what happens is the histamine production is happening because of the reaction of bacterial contaminations inside the fish body. Once it is taken out from the water, the histamine will be reacted and the histamine is produced. And it will be similar to an allergic reaction, same like any other food poisoning, nausea, fever, abdominal pain, vomiting, extra will be there, along with the rashes also will be seen. And when you come to the physical contamination, is all the impurities which is present in the water, and any other than fish, the normal fish bones are considered as a physical contamination. That's the main hazards in the fish which is used for sushi. Till now we discussed about the different types of sushi, the calories, and we have seen the hazards in the sushi. Now onwards, we are just going to discuss about the control measures and what are the municipality guidelines to give a safe sushi to our customers. Okay. Important ingredient of sushi is sushi rice. Sushi rice is similar to basmati rice, but it is more sticky in nature and a little bit sweet in flavor. The rice which is used in Japan is called shari or sumishi. The rice we have to collect only from an approved supplier. The supplier, which is already registered in the digital platform of Dubai Municipality called Food Watch, now called DM Check. After receiving, it should be kept in a storage area in a dry store, having a humidity less than 65% and the temperature to be around 23 maximum. Then during the cooking time of sushi rice, make it sure that the temperature is reached 75 degrees Celsius. And once it is cooked, within 30 minutes, add the vinegar to acidify the rice. Once it is acidified, it is important to check the pH of the rice. The pH of the rice should be between 4 to 4.6, always to be below 4.6. This pH can be measured with the help of a pH meter or by using straws. Before using the pH meter, it is always do a calibration of pH meter. When you buy the pH meter itself, you will get two liquids. One is 4 pH and one is 7 pH. So do the calibration as per the manufacturer instructions and then use this pH meter to check the pH of the rice. Then after that, always try to use the rice within the short time. That's the best option. But maximum time which is used to keep this acidified rice in the room temperature is around 8 hours. Okay. Always try to keep less number of hours in the room temperature. The main intention is, or the main contamination chance is from another bacteria called Bacillus cereus, which is very common in rice. It is a spore forming bacteria. Once the swarm is formed, it will make the rice toxic. And this toxic is heat resistant. That's why we are trying either to blast chill it once it is cooked, but here we, instead of blast chilling, acidification is done. So that is why it is clearly mentioned in the food code that 30 minutes is allowed time to acidify the rice. Okay. These are the municipality regulations or the guidelines which every hotel or restaurant has to follow while using sushi. Second important ingredient in sushi is a raw fish or the fish which we are using for making the sushi. Try to collect the fish only from an approved supplier which is already registered in the Food Watch or in DMChat, which is a digital platform of Dubai Municipality. Second thing, very important, is to maintain the temperature of fish from the time it is caught till it is reaching to the customer. temperature to be always maintained by using the trucks or using the freezers and the chillers. If you're receiving a frozen fish, it should be minus 18 and keep it in a freezer at minus 18. If you're receiving a chilled fish, it should be below 5 degrees Celsius and keep it in a chiller at minimum temperature of 5 degrees Celsius. If you are using the frozen fish for sushi making, it should be defrosted. But normally the defrosting is for 72 hours, that is 3 days. But if you are using the raw fish, which is frozen for making sushi, make sure that you are using within 48 hours. That is, defrosting time is only 48 hours. Within the 48 hours, it should be used. And some species of fish like tuna as well as mackerel have parasites. We already discussed about this. It's called anisakis. And this type of parasites to be killed by using a freezing technology. Normally this will be done by the supplier. They will use blast freezers at minus 35 degrees Celsius for 15 hours or minus 20 degrees Celsius for 7 days. After freezing, they will give you the fish with a certificate called parasite free certificate. So try to collect this parasite free certificate from the suppliers. And most of the suppliers who are making the sushi producing restaurants, they will get a sushi grade or a sashimi grade certificate from suppliers. So try to collect that as well to show that the fish which you are using for sushi and sashimi is free from parasites and also it's properly maintained in a high degree of hygiene and as well as in a proper temperature. Okay. Let's think about the other ingredients safety. Other ingredients most common is the vegetables or the fruits which are used in the rolls. So if it is a vegetable or a fruit, it should be washed properly and it should be properly disinfected. Different disinfectants are available in the market. So the main thing is follow the instructions given in the disinfectant. After the pre-wash, it should be washed in a disinfectant. The time, how much it should be kept is mentioned in the disinfectant chart. Second thing is how much ppm or pH to be checked is also mentioned in the manufacturer instructions. Just follow the manufacturer instructions to do the proper disinfection of fruits and vegetables. Always keep the seafood below 5 degrees Celsius and proper cooking of rice is very important. It should be above 75 degrees Celsius. The very important is to prevent the cross contamination which is happening from raw to ready eat food. So keep it separately in separate areas. The bamboo mat which is used for rolling the sushi is very important because in close contact with the food item. Normally on the top of the bamboo mat they will use a cling film, cover it. Every time when normally a person makes sushi they will put a separate cling film and then roll it. After the use they will throw it. But it's always better to have a cleaning of bamboo mat as well. And if you're using the same shrink film, please try to clean it at least every 4 hours. Some of the places they are using the sushi slicers. That's also very important to disinfect them. The nori sheet, which is actually a seaweed which belongs to the Spiropia species, it should be kept in a proper temperature. It's not a cold, it's a dry item. Keep it in a dry store. So these are the different safety method for other ingredients other than the fish as well as rice. So in this slide, we are telling about the normal cross-contamination control measures like any other food item in we do. Use separate cutting boards for raw fish as well as ready to eat food. Especially sushi is a ready to eat food. So try to use a different color for the cutting board and as well as knife, or you can use the cutting board with slight variation. Some of the places we can see they are using the side of the cutting board will be cut a little bit and that will be used for sushi purposes and all. So anyway, try to maintain as much as different cutting boards with the different colors for fish as well as ready to eat foods. And sanitization of knives as well as equipment is very important. Previous slide also I told about equipment sanitized because some of the Sushi factories, restaurants, what they are doing, they are maintaining sushi cutters. Means once the sushi is ready, they will cut into small rods with the help of certain slicers. It's very important to sanitize the slicers, and better to do a sanitization at every 4 hours time, the minimum. Or whenever you feel it is dirty, or in between every use, you can sanitize it. And washing the hands is very important when you start working with sushi. When you do the rolling, before rolling, try to wash your hands and sanitize your hands properly. This all will help to improve the safety and will reduce the chances of foodborne illnesses or any food poisoning cases from sushi. Okay. Once the sushi is ready, it should be kept in a display unit. The time for keeping the display is maximum 4 hours, including the preparation time. That means if you took 1 hour for preparation, then the rest 3 hours can be kept in the display unit. If it is 2 hours, then only 2 hours can be kept in the display unit. The display unit to be calibrated, and the temperature should be below 5 degrees Celsius. But always try to keep below 3 degrees Celsius, or at least 3 degrees Celsius, because it is considered as the target limit. 5 degree considered as the critical limit. The target limit is always 3 degrees Celsius. So if any variation comes, it will be within the 5 degrees Celsius. Same is the case with the conveyor belts, which is used for passing the sushi. Maximum time to keep there is 4 hours, including the preparation time. If preparation time is 2 hours, then you can keep 2 hours in the conveyor belt. Always try to reduce keeping the sushi in the normal temperature or the room temperature, that is in the danger zone, 5 to 60 degrees Celsius. Okay. Allergen is another hazard, and in that hazard, the control measures are very much limited. One method is to make them aware about the allergens through the menu. Second one is keeping a segregated area for doing the allergen items. So sushi is mainly containing fish, one of the important allergen out of the 14 allergens list. So we have to have a segregated area for making the sushi. Second thing, if you have a sushi menu, in the menu itself, you have to mention all the ingredients which is used for making the sushi. Some of them are not allergic to normal fish, but they are allergic to shellfish. So if you're using tempura or any shellfishes, maybe they are allergic. So mention them what is the ingredient. Some are allergic for gluten, because in the tempura we are using a batter which is made from the flour which contains gluten. And some of them are allergic to nuts. And soya sauce is one of the side dish which is given with all sushi items. So mention it very clearly what are the ingredients in the sushi menu. Then comes, there is a common method of expressing that using raw food is not good for the health. You have to keep a declaration telling that raw food is not good, especially for the vulnerable group or the immunocompromised group, which includes the pregnant women, children, the elder one, as well as the sick people. You can see in the slide itself the consumption of raw, undercooked animal, seafood, poultry products such as eggs may increase your risk of foodborne illness. Further information is available upon request. This you can keep in a placard or in a signboard or in a notice board where the guests are coming for dining. So it is visible to them and they will communicate to you if they have any allergens. So it's better one method. And another one is any people, those who are going to take the uh, menu details or the guest requirements, like a waiter or waitress, they can also tell about the allergens to the guest, asking them what type of allergens or do you have an allergens to any of this item. So better easy method is to include in the menu and keep a declaration as shown in this slide. Okay. So in this last slide, we are going to tell about the different documents which we have to keep with us to show our due diligence. One is the supplier certificates for the raw fish. Sushi, sashimi grade, parasite free and all this. And what all certificates you are getting from them related with the fish, you have to keep it. And second one is the temperature log during storage, whether it's a chilled item or if it's a frozen fish or the rice item which is kept in the normal dry store, everything to be properly maintained with the records. Then the rice pH logs, once it is mixed, the pH should be less than 4.6, that to be mentioned in our logs. Display temperature logs, maximum time allowed is 4 hours including the preparation area, and the temperature should be tried to be below 5, but best is to keep at 3 degrees Celsius. Cleaning and sanitation logs, wherever when they do the cleaning for cutting boards or the slicers, or if it is a knives or even the display chiller units or the plates, whatever they do, should keep a cleaning sanitation logs. And the very important is they have to get a training how to prepare the sushi, that sushi preparation training records other than the basic food hygiene records you have to keep it. So these are the minimum documents you have to keep. More documents are also required to show the due diligence. So keep as much as records, especially the calibration of buffer. That also you can keep a record. The temperature of the cooking of rice above 70 degrees. So a lot of temperature related to this sushi preparation is important to show your due diligence. So by this end, I have finished the basic requirements of sushi, which is mentioned by DM guidelines. So please go through these slides and understand what to be done if you are making sushi. Okay. So in this video, we have seen what are the different types of sushi, different type of menu. One is cooked, one is the raw items. Then the calories present in each roll, each piece roll of a nigiri. We have seen the hazards, physical, chemical, and biological hazards. Then the control measures, which is the pH of rice. It should be less than 4.6. Then the next one is temperature control, ways to be less than 5 degrees Celsius. Then the proper handling of seafoods. Then the hygiene practices, including the hand washing as well as sanitization of the cutting board slices and all. And finally, for all the processes, what all we are doing, keep the records for due diligence. So these are things which you have seen in this video. So thanks a lot for watching this video, and it will give a good idea how to do sushi preparation based on the Dubai Municipality guidelines. Thanks once again for watching my videos. See you with new topics in the new video. Okay, thank you so much.